The first part of the miter saw that I'm going to show you is the on-off switch. The on-off switch is a trigger found on the upper handle of the miter saw. By depressing the trigger, the miter saw will turn on. By letting the trigger go and allowing it to come to its resting spot, the blade will turn off. I want to make sure that I have this raised in its full upright position before I turn the miter saw on. The next part is the blade guard. The blade guard is the sheathing that covers the blade and prevents access from the blade itself. I want to make sure that my blade guard is always in place before operating this machine. Whenever I lower the arm of the miter saw, like when I would when I'm making a cut, watch as the blade guard comes up and allows the blade to actually move into my part, move into my stock, and cut itself. I want to make sure that I have my blade guard in place and that it operates correctly before I use this machine. The next part is the blade itself. The blade itself should only be exposed at the very point where it's cutting. This being a 10-inch miter saw, my blade is 10 inches. I want to make sure that my blade is always covered and I do not touch it, especially when the machine is moving. The next part is the fence, the back fence. Whenever I'm cutting a piece of stock, I want to make sure that my stock rests firmly against the back fence and then also on the table. I want to make sure that I have my stock pinned flat against the table and firmly against the stock to allow me to raise and lower the miter blade accurately. The final part is the angle adjustment lever. The angle adjustment lever is found at the bottom of the table. By raising the angle adjustment lever, I'm able to adjust the angle that the miter saw cuts at. I want to make sure that I have this angle set prior to operating the miter saw and that I'm very accurate when using that angle adjustment. These are the parts of the miter saw.